couple of questions about tonight's game, Raiders Broncos. I know the Raiders are 2-6. I know, but it's football and it's on TV. And you don't have to worry about having to do something that you otherwise wouldn't be doing to try to find it. That leads to the first question, purple and gold. Can Raiders Broncos move to ESPN on Monday night? That would be a good flex. That would be a wise flex. Unfortunately, the window hasn't opened. Yes, it would be better to have Eagles Packers tonight and Raiders Broncos on Monday night when the people who have YouTube TV could just say, I'll sit this one out. Addie Wells, how frustrated should Broncos fans be that they didn't take a swing on a new weapon for Bo Nix at the trade deadline? Bo Nix quietly has 20 total touchdowns, and it puts him in fairly elite company as it relates to that accomplishment through 8 games. I had heard that they were targeting the possibility of bringing in Jalen Waddle. The problem is the Dolphins, I heard, wanted a 1 and a 3 for Jalen Waddle, or a 1+, not a 1 and a 3, a 1+. So maybe it was more than a 3, but a 1+ for Jalen Waddle. They weren't just going to give him up. And, so the Broncos say to their players, we didn't make any trades because we believe in you. We believe in who we have. Wait. Hang on a second. I'm getting a phone call. They're down to a second-round pick? Okay. We believe in most of you. They believe because they concluded they couldn't get the guy that they would have liked to have brought in. Todd McGee, do you expect Tyler Lockett to be an integral part of the Raiders' offense with the trade of Jacoby Myers and familiarity with Geno Smith from their time in Seattle? Does he really have anything left in the tank? He possibly does. Look, kudos to the Titans for letting the guy go. And they probably let him go after they made some phone calls to see if they could trade him for anything, and they couldn't, so they moved on. The Seahawks cut him in a cap move, but I'd like to think he's got a little something left, and maybe he can help make a difference. Without Jacoby Myers, they need somebody to help out. So we'll see how that goes. One more as it relates to tonight's game. Dr. Howie Roseman, what can I tell my boss who's a Raiders fan to keep up his hope because he just comes in every Monday in a bad mood? I don't know what you can tell him. Although, you can tell him to look for Tom Brady tonight. Maybe Tom Brady will be there tonight with his clone dog. Herb Street can bring Peter, and Tom can bring the clone, and I don't know, maybe they can make a what would you do? A clone dog? I don't know. We're getting into some potential sci-fi territory here, but, it was the last time the Raiders played on Monday night back in week 2 that Tom was in the booth. Remember the incredible shrinking Tom Brady? When he saw that he was on the screen, he hit the button in that chair, and that chair went down really fast, and that sparked the story of the week. Well, it's Thursday night. He's not working for Fox tonight. He can be at the game. I would be surprised if he's in the coaching booth. I would be very surprised. I think it's more likely he stops by the broadcast booth with his clone dog to, he and Peter can sniff each other's butts. So and then the next Monday night, we got Raiders Cowboys. So we can see Tommy at a couple of these Raiders games. And this gets back to the question, what can I tell my boss so he has hope? I just wonder how much Tom Brady is going to make a difference. How much is he driving the bus? There was the comment made by Charles Robinson in the last segment about Chip Kelly. He may not be with the Raiders next year. There's clearly tension between Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. Well, there's been some talk that maybe Chip Kelly was Tom Brady's guy, and maybe if there's some sort of a face-off, a showdown, Tom Brady sides with Chip Kelly, maybe Pete Carroll won't be there next year. I'm just throwing out possibilities, but we know what happens. The bad teams are desperate to become better. There's going to be up to 8 vacancies at the end of the year. And maybe instead of a new offensive coordinator for the second year of the Pete Carroll tenure in Las Vegas, there just won't be a second year. We can't rule that out. He had 1 year with the Jets. We can't rule that out. That would be something. 31 years after he had 1 year with the Jets, he gets 1 year with the Raiders. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.